Hi, I'm Kaylee, and today I'm going to tell you about some of the books that I've been reading for Halloween. As you can probably tell from my voice, I have been sick for most of October with a cold and a sore throat, but laying in bed has given me a lot of time to sit around and read. A couple of the books that I've been reading, like specifically to get in the Halloween mood, are a little bit scary. Not too scary though, because I will get nightmares. I don't like really scary stuff. So these are more like Casper the Ghost kind of scary. Not really scary, but just a little creepy. And then a few other books are books that actually take place around Halloween, and so the characters go to a Halloween party and dress up or something. And I've been reading several superhero books because when I think of Halloween, I think of dressing up like a superhero. My voice is not the best, so I am going to try to go through these as quickly as I can in order to save my voice and try not to cough too much on camera. First of all, I read Lantern's Ember by Colleen Houck. I was worried that this one was going to be really scary because the cover looks really scary, but it was just a little bit creepy and ghoulish, but it wasn't scary at all. It did not give me nightmares. It did not like freak me out, but it gave me a really wonderful sort of fall, pumpkin, Halloween kind of vibe. Ember is a young witch with a lot of power. Jack is a lantern who is tasked with guarding the crossroads from the mortal realm to the other world. And Ember keeps hanging around his crossroads trying to get over to the other world, and he won't let her cross because he's afraid that once she gets over there, there are vampires and werewolves and other witches and goblins and stuff who will try to steal her power. So it's really sweet how he cares about her and wants to protect her. The best thing about this book is the world building because the magic system is really cool and interesting. There are a lot of really imaginative supporting characters like vampires and werewolves and things. I really enjoyed reading this and I gave it 3.5 stars. I read the third book in the Explorer Academy series by Trudy Truitt. This one is the Double Helix. I received this book from the publishers in exchange for a free and honest review. This book takes place at Halloween time, and one of the first scenes that we see in the book are the explorers going to a Halloween party for students. The main character, Cruz, is from Hawaii, and so he dresses up like a surfer, and he has like a miniature surfboard that he carries with him to the Halloween party, and I thought that was just such a cool little intro, into his character and his backstory that he grew up in Hawaii and he loves to surf. In this book, Cruz and his friends are looking for more clues that were left for him by his mother before she passed away. And of course, there are these evil spies that are after them trying to get to the clues before Cruz can get there. So there's a lot of intrigue and adventure and action. I gave this book 5 stars. I just have loved every single book in the Explorer Academy series. The characters are so deep and the plot has just so much going on. I can't wait to read more from this series. I am completely hooked. I read Juniper Berry, and I picked this one up because the subtitle says, A Tale of Terror and Temptation. So I was like, ooh, this looks perfect for Halloween. Juniper is the daughter of famous film stars, and she discovers that her parents are going off to the woods mysteriously and then coming back when acting strangely, and she goes to investigate what's going on. She comes across kind of an evil spirit, some kind of evil entity that is giving them some kind of power. And it's up to her and her new friend Giles to defeat that evil monster. This one really creeped me out. It didn't exactly scare me, but it was so creepy that I kind of felt upset. It was just really gross and just freaky. The mystery is really good in this one, and I loved the budding friendship between Giles and Juniper. This one definitely has a psychological thriller kind of aspect to it, because that evil spirit is tempting people with these promises of power and happiness and stuff. So there's a very deep like psychological stuff going on as they try to defeat the evil guy. I really liked the writing style in this. It has a very unique voice that really interested me, really intrigued me. I gave this one 4 stars. All of the next books are middle grade superhero comics that I received from DC Zoom in exchange for a free and honest review. I read Black Canary Ignite, and oh my goodness, I loved this so much. Diana Lance is in middle school, and she just wants to win Battle of the Bands with her friends and have a normal life, but then all of these powers start to sort of blossom, and she doesn't know what's going on, and she's kind of freaked out, and she doesn't know how to control those powers. And then, of course, a mysterious villain begins to show up and challenge her. And I love how she turns to her parents for advice and for encouragement and to figure out how to, train to use her powers. One of the best things about this book is Dinah's relationship with her mother. I just think that was such a sweet and really beautiful part of this story. The artwork is really cool. I really love the colors and the action and everything. Crash. I just loved everything about this and gave it 5 stars. I read Superhero Girls at Metropolis High. This one has Batgirl and Wonder Woman and Supergirl and like 3 other superhero girls that I can't even remember who they all are. There's a lot of characters, and that was kind of difficult in the beginning to keep track of who everybody was, not just their superhero identity, but also their, mild-mannered alter ego and who everybody's names are. I mean, some of them I already knew, but some of them I was like, wait, which one is this one again? They've been so busy with their crime fighting that they've missed some school, and so the principal tells them they have to join an after-school club in order to gain extra credit. So all the girls join an after-school club, but they have difficulty fitting in, and they feel kind of incapable and incompetent, and because they're so used to being really good at what they do with their powers and stuff, but now they can't use their powers, and so they feel they're really outside their comfort zone. The best thing about this book was how they all encourage and inspire one another to try again, and you don't have to be the best at everything. It's okay to just learn and be a beginner, and you don't have to be completely capable and perfect all the time. So the friendship between the girls was the thing that I liked most about this one. Again, the artwork is really colorful, and I like the cartoony style, and I like the funny expressions on their faces sometimes. This was just a really cute one, and I gave it 4 stars. I read Super Sons Book 1 and Book 2. Book 1 is the Polar Shield Project. This follows John Kent, who is Superman's son, and then Ian Wayne, who is Batman's son. And they team up with an African princess named Candace, who has a mysterious past. I really liked the art style in this. Again, it's kind of this cartoony sort of art style, but I really like the clean lines and the colors and everything. It made it really enjoyable to read. The plot is kind of chaotic. It's kind of all over the place, and there are some things that are never really explained in the plot, and it seems to resolve, but then I was like, wait, what about this other thing? And there are a lot of things that I never quite understood in here. It's just not explained very well. It is quite short. I feel like if it had been longer, then there would have been more room in there to explain some of these things and to give us more backstory and more explanation of what is happening in the plot. I had the same issues with the second book, the Foxglove Mission. I really liked the characters, I really liked the artwork, but the plot was very chaotic. It was difficult to follow what was going on. We do get a little bit more backstory on some of the things that are happening, but still, I was just very confused a lot of the time. Of course, maybe that's because I'm sick and, I'm taking cough medicine and everything. But I've read other reviews on Goodreads of these 2 books as well, and other people have said the same problem with the plot and everything. but still, I feel like it's a really good story and it's really enjoyable, and I did enjoy reading it. There's some really, really wonderful story elements in here, but I feel like it just could have been better. So both of these are still well worth the read. Those are the books that I've been reading for Halloween. I do have one more book that I'm probably going to reread on the actual day of Halloween, and that is Anyas Ghost by Vera Bruskel. This is a graphic novel that I've read before, and it is one of those where it's creepy but not too scary, and so I think I want to reread this on Halloween, on the actual day, on the 31st, you know, just to get myself in that creepy Halloween kind of mood before I go out trick-or-treating with my nieces. That is, if I'm well enough and if I'm over my cough by then, and that I can go out trick-or-treating. Anya is a lonely little girl, and a ghost starts following her around and they become friends, but then the ghost kind of has its own agenda of what that ghost wants from Anya. And so things take a decidedly creepy turn, and Anya has to figure out how to get rid of this ghost. One of the special things about this is that it's all in this kind of purpley gray color, which I think is just perfect for the, you know, kind of the mood and the style of this book. I can't remember how many stars I gave this the last time I read it. It was probably 4 stars, maybe 5 stars or something. But I am excited to reread this one for Halloween. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, and remember, the right book in the right hands at the right time can change the world.